Hey, what's up, guys? Mike Patrick. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the T.I. situation with his daughter. Okay, there's a situation that just happened where I believe he was in an interview, and he had let the interviewers know that he takes his daughter to the gynecologist and he gets her hymen checked to see if she still has her virginity. Okay, and there's been a big fuss about it. I think there's a lot of women who doesn't agree with it and is saying that he's too controlling, too overbearing, and that is none of his business, okay? And this video is going to be homogenous to a video that I did maybe a couple months back now. You can go in the archives and check it out. And I believe it's titled, Fathers, Give Your Daughters the Game. Okay, fathers, give your daughters the game. And basically it's just quickly shedding some light on different things as fathers, how we need to be raising our daughters, just an aspect of how we should be raising our daughters, okay, in order for them to come up, in a correct manner and to set them up in life, okay, to have a happy, respectful life, okay, and to be virtuous, all right. And so I'm going to quote some scripture here. Okay, I wrote some scripture down, and it's Ecclesiastes 26:10. And it says, If thy daughter be shameless, keep her straitly, lest she be abused, or lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Okay? Now, with that said, guys, that's scripture right there. That's King James. Okay, so the thing is right there in scripture, guys, where it says if your daughter is shameless, okay, you want to basically what that is saying, you want to keep her that way, and you do watch over her and you protect her and you guide her so she can remain shameless. Okay, and we know in this world, okay, for a lot of people in general and for a lot of women, there is no shame in their game, okay? So therefore, to some women, that may be an irrelevant scripture, but it is scripture. So for one, it's not going to be relevant if you don't even believe in scripture. So we're not going to, this is not a thing to where we're going back and forth. This is for people who believe in scripture, okay, and believe that is relevant, okay, and they may just have overlooked this, you know what I'm saying, or they may don't have understanding of scripture, um, and they may be trying to do the right thing, but they don't know how. This is some scripture in regards to what we're talking about that you can make reference to, okay. And so the thing is, there is a lot of people who are not shameless. There's no shame in their game. So therefore, if they have a high body count, if they've been with a lot of men, they're very promiscuous, then it's some women who have no shame in that, okay. So the thing is, though, if you are raising your daughter to have shame when it comes to um, her virginity, okay, and keeping that, and if you teaching your daughter that that you don't want to be looked at as a promiscuous woman, okay, I like to keep my language somewhat clean, okay. So let's just say a promiscuous woman. If you don't want to be viewed that way, okay, well, I don't even want to say be viewed that way, because it's not about how somebody view you, because people can view you however they want to. But if you don't want to actually be that way, okay, if you don't actually want to be a woman that is worthy of being shamed because she's too promiscuous, then you know then this is a scripture that you want to read to your daughters, okay, and want to always be referring to this in some kind of way to keep them on track, right? And so because what we have to do is we have to understand that you're trying to set them up for the best future possible, okay, so they can love themselves and respect themselves going forward, because a lot of things that happen to us or that we do when we're young, right, we we don't understand. For those of us who actually do change for the better, we don't, even at the time when we were doing certain things, we didn't understand how it would affect us down the line. So if you're a young girl, you may not be taking your virginity as serious, especially in this hyper sexualized culture that we live in. It'll be real easy for you to not understand what you're doing as a young girl, and then with the lack of fathers in the home, the lack of positive male influences, okay, who's really concerned about a young woman's virginity and her dignity, okay. With that with that being um, lacked in our community, you know, it's real easy for a young girl, to go off and do things that she may end up regretting later on in her life, okay? And virginity is something you can't get back, you know? And so, you know, what happens is, a lot of women, some of the women who probably was criticizing him are women who, I'm sure they're not virgins, okay? A lot of them may have been promiscuous. And the thing is, guys, we all make mistakes, right? But it's about trying to. The thing is, you can make your mistakes, right? But at least try to give people coming behind you a better opportunity to not make those same mistakes. So what's going on is, it's a lot of women who's not seeing the wrong in some of the actions that people take, okay? And then therefore you're not teaching other people that this is the wrong way. Even if I screwed up, even if I'm doing something a certain way and I can't stop myself, perhaps before you get contaminated, we can get you to do things the right way, and thus it won't be hard for you because you never got started for something with something, right? Like if you never smoked crack before, it's going to be easy to not ever try smoking crack. But once you've already started smoking crack, some people can't get off of it. It's harder to try to get off of something, okay? And so, but it would be bad, used as an analogy, it would be pretty screwed up if I know I'm smoking crack. I know I can't get off of it, so I'm going to act like there's nothing wrong with it and allow my child to smoke crack. No, I'm gonna say, Daddy can't get off crack, okay? And but guess what? I don't want you smoking crack, okay? And you never tried it, so don't try it. Let's do it this way with you, okay? And so it's the same thing, okay? We have to teach our daughters. At this point, I'm not, it's not about even trying to criticize a modern women of a certain age. It's more so about you. You can do what you do, but at least give your daughters a chance to do something different. And what happens is, there is something that's a phenomena that started taking place however long ago, where a lot of women are in competition with their daughters and are quite jealous of their daughters, okay? And with that said, sometimes when a person is jealous of you, what they want to do is drag you down with them. As they say, misery love company. So a lot of women, um, in a resentment, are putting their daughters in bad situations, okay? So their daughters can become contaminated as well. A great example of this is the movie Precious. Think about the movie Precious, okay? So what happens is, like I said, a lot of women may be dealing with different men, but you are a single parent and you're dealing with different men, and you have a young daughter and you're putting her in danger. And then the cycle, and then she's going to grow up one day. She's built up resentment from different experiences and things like that, and then the cycle continues. So where does the cycle break? Okay, we have a lot of generational curses that need to be broken. Okay, and it's not about getting in our feelings, about feeling like we're being called out in some way. Like, if you hear some information that may very well pertain to you, like I said, we all make mistakes, especially before now. We all have made mistakes because we've had not haven't had anyone to really call these things out. But now we're coming into a generation where you have a certain amount of us who's trying to break cycles now, okay? And with that said, guys, you got to teach your daughter to be shameless, okay? There's nothing wrong with him getting her hymen checked. Um, because, like, I believe she's 18 years old, so he's been doing something right. How many women in the past 100 years can say that they was able to hold on to their virginity for even that long? And so she's going to be better for it, because now one day she's going to be a prize to somebody, and she's going to have her pick of the litter, and then she's going to have a man that truly cherish and worship her. Okay, I don't want to say worship her, but you know what I'm saying. Cherishes her because she truly is a prize. Okay, and but because she hasn't been contaminated in such ways, she's going to have less tendencies, and their relationship and marriage is probably going to make it. You see what I'm saying? But we know when you have so much contamination, 9 times out of 10, she's not going to. You would not be suitable for a man, but for so long, because you'll be so contaminated that somehow that relationship will end up going south. Okay, and uh, and the same thing for a man. The man may not even take you seriously to a certain degree. He may act like it or things like that, but a man may have a less respect for you if he know you've been more promiscuous. It's just the way that things are. Okay, guys. So let's give our daughters a chance to do better. So there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, 18, still a virgin. She's going to be a prize. She's a prize. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing. And and it's a great example going forward for younger girls, okay, for the younger generation. uh, Now the only thing is, if she's 18, then yeah, technically, she's grown and he can't force her to do anything. But she went, because the thing is, if she is a certain age and she was a certain way, then she just wouldn't have went, because she would have known that she was old enough to say no. But being the way that she was raised, right, she didn't want to say no. She went, and she understand that what her father is doing is going to be best for her in the long run. Hopefully this was a helpful video, guys. Peace.